Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Oh, did you need something?
There's a nip in the air. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. Good to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around.
What can I do for you?
I own the Pelagia. Honest pay for honest work. There's a nip in the air. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. You should buy some produce from Carlotta's stall. Most of it comes from my farm.
Need a ride? Until next time. I can take you... My carriage is... Well, I know the companions make their home here. Their mead hall, your Vasker, is the oldest building in the city. Oh, and there's a nasty feud between two families called the Greymanes and the Battleborns. You'll want to be careful there. The rest you can find out by asking the townsfolk. Start with the barkeep at the Bannered Mare or the Castle Steward. Need something? Yes? Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty this land seems. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. It is all in this note. Take a look. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. May your road lead you to warm sands.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too? You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Brigands I can handle, but this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn? Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I laid eyes on you. Long live the Empire. You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Yeah? Adrienne, at her forge, just outside. Place is named after her. War Maidens. It's a childhood nickname given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters? We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
What is it?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
This war's as stupid as our honest pay for honest work. Back to work then.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons.
My lord,
Ain't no matter to me what they
you
do.
have to listen. Nothing? My lord, please.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Before we act. I just...
Who's this then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
Do that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service. and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps? Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. Sadly, no. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach. What a fascinating conversation that would be. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring.
This is a priority now.
Good day.
Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. Ah, a student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it. Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls Barrow.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and
This
warm
is a
beds.
local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to... I assume you saw the Gilder Green? Big tree all burnt up in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect.
Oh, there once was a
People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members. Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. You'd never think to learn from a Nord like the Jarl's wizard. Take a look. Need anything else? Just let me know.
And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more. I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me.
We're running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days,
I'm a bard,
make a run
trained
for
at the
some
Bard's
more.
College in Solitude.
Certainly.
Wanderers like you should think about applying. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Salt. I don't have much of a reputation. There's a whole college up in... I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a headmistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. It's the leaving that's hardest, I know. This
Think
is
you
an
can go
ode to
blade to blade
Skyrim's
with me?
staunch
You'd be dead in
protectors,
6
the
seconds.
Imperials. We drink to our youth.
The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying.
The killer
Let's go.
of kings on the day of your
Come.
death. We
Never
will
should have come
drink
here.
and we'll sing. 12 septims on the big one. Someone do something! Help! This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever heard. Ragnar the Red. Somebody help!
This should be good.
I think you're bleeding. I will destroy you.
This is a local favorite and first song I ever heard.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
You're someone who can get things done. I like
Braggart did
that.
swagger and brandish his
Good.
as he
Chet.
told of bold battles and gold he had made.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is
He
what
met
it
the
is.
shield maiden much. Who said, "Oh, you talk."
Want to hear a little
lie,
Nord
you
wisdom?
drink all our
Let's
mead.
not
Now
waste
I
any
think it's
time.
high time that you lie
I'm
down
still
and
here.
read. And so then came clashing and slashing of steel.
What do you
as
need
the
to
brave
take?
lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
Let's go.
And the braggart named Ragnar was both.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his void. Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. If so, well met. Rorikstead's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a guard.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Finest cuts, fresh from... Oh yes, hunting is... That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Good hunting.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Guard might get nervous. A woman approaches with a weapon.
I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable, of course. But this is all probably a bit over your head.
What is it? Dragons?
Speak.
Fresh lady, could you spare a coin?
Yes, yes, I haven't got all day.
Venison stew that I want to try out.
I can't stand those braggart Battleborns. They think they're the god's gift to Whiterun.
Quick, and there might be a bowl of hot stew.
I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr. The Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Holds. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing Battleborns. Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I'm a bard by trade. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. What did you just say? All I heard was a sound of jealousy. I don't have to take that from you. Never should have come here. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Oh, come on!
You want a real fight? What do you think you're doing?
Squash beneath you.
Let him kill him.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
I'm a bard by trade. Perhaps you've heard of me. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? What did you just say? All I heard was a sound of jealousy. I don't have to take that from you. Come on, let's see what you're made of. That it? At your best?
Oh, come on! She's not so tough.
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that. You win. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me ever again.
Foolish old woman. You know. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son, What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, Cal. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. Just one more thing the Greymanes want to blame on others. It's not my fault they turned their backs on the Empire, or their mule of a son raised arms against it. And yet, they want to heap the fault on my family's good name? Ah! Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. What have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn, they cry in the mead halls. First into the fray, and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too. Aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words will. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, the Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that. But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance.
All crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
You watch yourself out there.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Before my ma and Da passed, I told him that I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future?
Come and see my selection of the finest quality meats.
Farewell.
Come, my friend may need something.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh,
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for... Really? You convinced... I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help.
By
What do
the
you need,
best
my friend?
blacksmith in Skyrim.
Well met, Traveler. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. If by work, you mean test, ain't sure. If by work, you... Aye, that I do. Our family's been close as kin, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come back. Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the rest. Within these walls, if I had a septum for every case of rockjoint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, Ah, so you're an alchemist then? I think I can teach you a thing or two.
chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's for sale, my friend. Isn't it obvious? By the wonderful weather. Not to mention my great fondness for but without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a... Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders, but on the other, all that matters is that I have what you need. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Do come back. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke.
What? Why are you looking at me?
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve
You tried
your wife
mercenary
and
work?
daughter to reclaim
It might
some
suit you.
rusty old sword?
My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's... He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby. But I'm no fool. I'd need the white... I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. No, friend. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. I can teach you a few things. I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
I just want to go home and read.
agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, House Court. We'll leave immediately.
We can never rest easy, for Balgrup and I share a battle bond. We met when he became Jarl. I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to... Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and... Powerful men have many and... Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionary. Well, not yet anyway. I've got my eyes on you.
That it?
I can't afford to send anyone else. And we don't know where the dragon is.
We've got small weapons as well as big. Maces, daggers. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good doing business with you.
Let's see what you've got. You won't leave Skyrim alive!
Rorikstead's a nice enough little
Find whoever
hamlet,
did this.
with a boring posting for a god. If a dragon attacks, well, then it could be a different story.
Huh. You wear that armor well. Iron may be simple, but it'll stop enough to keep you in the fight. That's good armor you've got there, friend. Iron, solid, and true.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every meal now, can he?
Never should have come here. I cannot bear.
Staying safe, I hope. Judging by your armor, I'd say you're an Imperial scout. You're so well met.
Welcome. I'm the owner and proprietor of Honningbrew Meadery. Honningbrew uses only the finest natural honey, not that sludge you'll find at Golden Glow Estate. We may be small, but what we lack in size we make up for in quality. Blackbriar mead. Take a look. Now, if you'll excuse me.
If you want to buy something, go find Sabjorn. Otherwise, piss off.
If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim, you're in the right place.
prize.
I'll have your head!
Let's get going. You've been talking to those Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic coward. It wasn't my fault. I told them. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad. I guess they thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. What do you need to take? Let's go.